Hi, and thanks for joining me in this discussion of procedural standards as it relates to pressure measurements. We're going to talk about how pressure measurements are reported. We'll look at altimeter setting, sea level pressure, pressure rising or falling rapidly, and then finally the pressure tendency, the 3-hour pressure tendency, which is the 5 group. The altimeter setting is reported in METARs, and it's reported with every METAR every time, whether it be a special observation or a routine observation. It's reported in inches of mercury. It starts with an A, and you put a decimal point after the 30 or the 29 to give you an accurate measurement or an accurate reading of pressure. Sea level pressure is also reported, but it's not reported at every ASOS location or every METAR. Some METARs or some species it'll be missing, and the reason for that is because those locations don't routinely or have not routinely reported sea level pressure in the past. Only select locations can report sea level pressure, and there needs to be a historical record of sea level pressures from the past to be able to help with the empirical relationship. Sea level pressure is reported in the remarks section. It starts with SLP, and the numbers need to have either a 9 or 10 added to the front to bring it closest to 1,000 millibars, and then a decimal point should be put in front of the last number. Pressure rising or falling rapidly is reported as needed at select locations. The ASOS determines that pressure is rising rapidly or falling rapidly by looking at the current station pressure and then comparing that with the station pressure 20 minutes prior. And then pressure rising rapidly is indicated as a remark in the METAR if the station pressure is 0.25 inches greater than it was 20 minutes before, or pressure falling rapidly is indicated and put into the remarks section if the current pressure is 0.025 inches less than it was 20 minutes prior. The next report of pressure is the 3-hour pressure tendency, also known as the 5 group, which is put in the remarks section of METARs. It tells you about how pressure is changing over the last 3 hours, and it's reported every 3 hours. The second number in the group after the 5 tells you how the pressure changed, whether it's higher than in the last 3 hours, lower than in the last 3 hours, or the same as it was in the past 3 hours. After that comes how much the pressure changed, and that's given in tenths of millibars, and that's over the last 3 hours. And using the second number, whether it's higher or lower, you can figure out if the pressure increased or decreased. So that's how pressure is reported in the METARs.